For the technique of differentiation, we got power rule. The formula for power rule is x to the power of n equal to nx to the power of n minus 1. For example, if we have an fx equal x to the power of 5, then if we differentiate x power of 5, we will have the power of 5 will be bring to the front and the power itself will be minus by 1. Then we will got f prime x equal 5x the power of 4. 5 is the power from the earlier and 4 is when we minus 1 to 5. The second one would be product rule. The second one would be product rule. The formula for product rule is uv equals uv prime plus vu prime. It is used when you have two functions multiplied together. You cannot just multiply the individual derivative just like that. For example, if you have an fx equal x to the power of 3 times cos x, then the x to the power of 3 would be u and cos x would be v. So you have u equals x to the power of 3, then u prime means you differentiate x to the power of 3, which is you will get 3x to the power of 2. For the v, we have cos x and the v prime would be negative sine x. Then after we got all of this, put all of this in the formula, which we will got f prime x equals x to the power of 3 times negative sine x plus cos x times 3x to the power of 2. For the third one, it will be quotient rule. We use quotient rule when one function is divided by another. The formula would be vu prime minus uv prime over v to the power of 2. For example, when we have fx equals sine x over x, then the u is sine x and the v is x. U prime would be cos x and v prime would be 1. We put all of this in the formula and we will got f prime x equal x times cos x minus sine x times 1 over x to the power of 2. For the last one, we have chain rule. We use chain rule when there's a function in a function. For the formula would be f prime dx times g prime x. For example, we have fx equals sine x power of 2. There's a x power of 2 in sine. Then the sine, if we differentiate the sine, it will be cos, and we differentiate x power of 2 would be 2x. Then we got f prime x equal cos x to the power of 2 times 2x. For the first question, explain the differentiation. Well, differentiation is the process of finding the function derivative, which measure its instantaneous rate of change or the slope tangent line at any given point. For example, if we have function y equal fx, then the derivative would be f prime x or dy over dx. It is defined by f prime x equal limit of h goes to 0 fx plus h minus fx over h.
Okay, for the question 2a is fx equal 2x ln sin 3x. Okay, first we can see this separate by multiplication operation, so we need to use product rule. Okay, first we label this u and this v. Okay, first u is 2x and then we differentiate, we get 2. Okay, for the v is ln sin 3x. V prime we differentiate, and ln we know that is, if we differentiate we get 1 over x, but we can see this sin 3x, so this sin 3x we put on denominator and we get 1 over sin 3x. Multiply sin 3x, if we differentiate we get cos 3x, and then we multiply by 3 because we can see this 3. Okay, and then this we multiply on numerator and we get v prime is 3 cos 3x over sin x, sin 3x, sorry, sin 3x. Okay, we can see this cos over sin is cot. Okay, we get v prime is 3 cot 3x. Okay, and then we use product rule. The formula product rule is dy dx equal uv prime plus vu prime. Okay, and then we just include this into the formula. Okay, fx equal 2x 3 cot 3x plus ln sin 3x into. Okay, we just need to expand this, and then we get cx cot 3x plus 2 ln sin 3x. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay, for the question 2b is fx equal exponent power of 5x ln 3x. Okay, first we can see this separate by multiplication operation, so we need to use product rule. Okay, first we need to label this u and this v. Okay, u is exponent power of 5x. Okay, and then u prime is this 5x we multiply on in front of exponent, so we get 5 exponent power of 5x. Okay, for v is ln 3x, and then v prime is, okay, we know that ln is we differentiate it, we get 1 over x, but we can see this 3x, so this 3x we put on denominator, and then we get 1 over 3x multiplied by 3 because this is 3. Okay, and then we just cut this because this is the same, so we get 1 over x. Okay, and then we use product rule. The formula of product rule is dy dx equal uv prime plus vu prime. Okay, we just need to include this on this formula. Okay, and then 5 exponent power of 5x ln 3x plus exponent power of 5x. Okay, this, okay, we just need to expand this, and then we get 5 exponent power of 5x ln 3x plus exponent power of 5x over x. Okay, this is the final answer.
First, we rewrite the equation. Then we differentiate. Then we rewrite again the equation using chain rule, which is u times v prime plus v times u prime. For this, we have to do the factorize. Then we expand this. Then we spread the equation that didn't have dy dx and the equation that have dy dx. So this is our final answer. First of all, from the equation, we can identify the equation. Next, for step 2, we have to determine the given value. Next, new value. Our new value is 16. Next, we have to find the dx, which is given value minus new value. 15.99 minus 16. So the answer is negative 0.01. Next, we have to evaluate f x naught and f prime x naught. This is our step 3. We just place the new value in the equation. Then we have to find differential of df. This is step 4. F prime times dx. So 3 over 128 times negative 0.01. So the answer is negative 3 over 1200. Last step is we just place all the information in the formula. So our final answer is 2.2498.